All right, so we are now live and we're ready for another AGM workshop. So super excited to have you guys here, local guests and also remote guests that we have on Facebook and YouTube. I want to thank you for your time. I know that people that are here are spending good quality time with us so they can learn, and we're going to promise you to give you super valuable content today. That's the purpose. AGM Marketing's purpose, if you guys did not know, was to educate in the subject of marketing and give you guys the tools that you need in order to make it in this environment. A lot of changes. This world of the internet changes very, very fast, and you got to stay up to date as best as possible. Many opportunities come, many opportunities go, but there's always, always opportunities in this world that is basically just beginning. If you think about the world of the internet 20 years ago, nobody even believed that it was going to stay here for this long. They thought it was a fad, that it was going to disappear, but we're here and we're getting stronger than ever. So there's a lot of opportunities in this world of digital landscape, digital land, and for those that desire to capture a little bit of that territory, it's all about getting the right knowledge. Today we got a special guest. We're going to try to bring you guys super quality content every 2 weeks. This guy that we have here today is specifically special to me also because he's been with me since day one. Some of you guys that know my story, you know that I've accomplished success over the years, and I've been fortunate, take advantage of opportunities along the way, and I've grown quite a bit. The team has expanded. We now have 100 staff members at AGM Marketing, and this individual was the first ever marketer to work by my side in the world of marketing that I get to work with every single day. So he's not only a very close friend, he's also a partner of AGM Marketing, and he's been with me since the inception of this incredible game that we get to play with every single day with all these incredible people. Our story begins with Amazon. Way back when, as you guys know, that I was broke as a joke, and I even officially declared bankruptcy when I had nothing and I had to figure out what the heck to do with my life. I was encountered with an opportunity, and that was another one of our executives here at AGM that's still with me today here. His name is Jorge. He presented to me this whole idea of Amazon, and I didn't really quite understand what it meant, because up to that moment, I really believed that Amazon was the one selling all the products in the world. And then he told me something about Amazon called FBA. And it opened up my eyes. I still really didn't have a path. I didn't really have a career yet. I didn't know exactly what I was going to do or how I was going to succeed. But I started to understand that whole world of FBA, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon. And then it became clear that Amazon is basically taking advantage of a lot of bright minds that have great quality products that they were using that platform to spread that message. So we jumped all over that opportunity and we created a brand. He's going to tell us a little bit about that story today. But it's a brand that we built from scratch in our kitchen with no experience. And we ended up competing with a lot of big players, including Martha Stewart and a lot of big established companies that sell bed sheets and other house supplies and things. So in a matter of a year and a half, we were doing $600,000 in sales a month, and we realized we had something special, and then we just took that to another level. And here's my where we stand today in 2021. We're wrapping up this incredible year in this digital world in which still today, 50 cents of every dollar spent on the internet is being spent on that incredible platform called Amazon. And if you're asking yourself, if I have a great quality product that I want to get more people to see it, I want to get more people to buy it, should I start on my own websites or should I start on Amazon? Well, the answer is very, very simple. You want to start where the attention is at already. You want to start what is the easiest place to capture attention of people already searching for problem-solving products. And that's basically what Amazon means to every single one of you guys today, that you're trying to get started with visibility of a product or a brand. If you go down your own route, if you go to your own website and you try to get traffic to your website, you don't have still the attention that Amazon has. You don't have the trust that Amazon has. Amazon has 100 million monthly unique buyers. It's a lot of people. When you open up your website, you have 0. And because of that, it takes a lot more money to get traffic into your own website than it would to start getting attention on existing traffic looking at products on Amazon. So it's about knowledge, it's about strategy. The game is one with having the right information, because you can actually do something over and over again and fail over and over again if you don't have the right information. So today, we're going to give you those basics. And without further ado, I want to bring Ernesto Barrientos, who is an Amazon expert that has been with me every step of the way on the subject of Amazon, to talk about Amazon basics. And then we'll have a fun night and hopefully you guys have enough knowledge to implement to grow your own Amazon brand and get started, whether you are just getting started and you don't know where to start, or you need to scale your Amazon because you don't have enough visibility on your Amazon brand yet. Let's give you the right information. Ernesto, your stage.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi. Well, Manuel has not seen my slides, but he basically just delivered half of my workshop, so that bought me a lot of time, Manuel. No, we have a lot to cover. Good. So who's excited about the holidays coming up? Woo! Yeah, this is my favorite time of the year. Here at AGM, we get really excited about marketing. We get really excited about Amazon, about our clients. When we hit challenges, or let's say one of our listings gets shut down, instead of getting worried or getting upset or getting frustrated, we get really excited because there's another challenge that we need to beat, right? So if you get excited about things, it is a lot easier to accomplish things. You're going to reach more things, not just in Amazon or in live, but in general, right? Overall, if you're excited, you can reach more. So thank you all very much for coming. End of workshop. That was a joke. That was a joke. All right, good.
Yeah,
so
just get excited, right? That's the end of it.
Get excited. Yeah. Get excited. That's all you need to know. Good. Which is actually a very workable technique, by the way. So who am I? I'm AGM's Chief Administrative Officer. I handle HR, finances, treasury, sales, nothing to do with marketing. But why am I involved with the Amazon clients? Because what Manuel said, we had our own Amazon store, and we were very successful, so I'm always involved with the Amazon team, which now we have 16 people in the Amazon team. I'm a business partner, and I'm a personal friend of Manuel Suarez for over 15 years. Good, so what are we going to go over today? How I got started on Amazon. Vital Amazon statistics.
Sorry, second.
All right, just
anybody wants to play some hold music?
Hold music, tell a joke, tell a story.
The girl from Ipanema. Don't know exactly what's happening here, but anyways, in the meantime, AGM marketing here, which by the way stands for Attention Grabbing Media, for those of you guys that didn't know, the first ever thing that we did was Amazon, and then we ended up developing systems. So just so you guys know what the process looks like. If anybody wants to build a successful e-commerce brand, sell a lot of products, and you don't have an enormous amount of money, budget to get started with, like you don't have boatloads of cash and a huge inheritance, the way that you start is with Amazon. You become successful, and then you take some of that money, and then you start investing on your own channels. That's what we did with Natural Slim, our own brand. It's an e-commerce brand that sells many, many millions of dollars. And we started with Amazon. We started taking off on the marketplace in the United States, then in other marketplaces worldwide. And from that point on, we took a lot of that profit, a lot of that capital, and we invested on our own channel. So you go to us.naturalslim.com, and that's our own channel. But now we have our own traffic. The route has to be, if you want to be successful without having to bleed out or run dry, run out of oxygen, because cash really is oxygen, Amazon is the easiest way to start without having to put a lot of money down. And it takes a few $1,000s if you do things right and you have the right knowledge to get it going and eventually generate cash flow. Sometimes it takes 3-6 months. Sometimes it takes a year and a half. It really does depend on how much energy you put into it. And then you can take that cash flow and invest in your own channels. I wouldn't even recommend somebody to run Facebook ads to an e-commerce brand unless they actually have an Amazon established account that they're generating revenue from. And from that point on, then you can start looking into doing Facebook, YouTube ads, and other things, because at that point, it's going to be something that you can afford and not something that you're going to run dry with. If you have $10K to invest on your own e-commerce brand, do not put it on Facebook ads, because I can tell you that the cost of advertising on platforms like Facebook has been quickly increasing, just like you guys see cost of gasoline, inflation, all those things. Advertising on Facebook right now is 200% higher than it was at the same time last year. So it's growing. So if you want to get $100 in purchases, in orders, you have to be willing to invest, if you're really good at marketing, $30, $40 to get those $100 in sales, which means that you got $60 left, which means that you got the cost of the products, the cost of operation, all those other things. It's not really that profitable. The value of Amazon is that they have the traffic, you generate the revenue, and from that point on, you build your e-commerce, and then these people become repeat customers. That's the basics of why it's important. I think technical difficulties are resolved.
Yeah,
so you're good to go.
Good. Good. So we're going to go over some vital Amazon statistics. What does Amazon really want from every seller? What are the basic Amazon elements, and what are the things you should know for 2022? When I was putting this presentation together a couple of weeks ago, I thought of the idea. Jorge, our chief marketing officer, told me, let's talk about some advanced techniques, like the secret thing that nobody knows that will make you a lot of money on Amazon. And I said, what makes you a lot of money on Amazon is knowing the basics, knowing the fundamentals, which today we handle some accounts that sell millions of dollars every year. Even every month, and some of these accounts, when we take them on at first, they don't even have some of the basic elements. So that's why we're going to talk about some of these. Good. I'm going to be going a little bit fast because we only have an hour, so pay attention. You can always watch the replay. How did I get started on Amazon? I used to sell bed sheets on the side of the road. Has anybody ever sold sheets or rugs on the side of the road? All right, we got a few people. Good. So I had a business. I was selling bed sheets. I was making decent money. You can see here, I was making good cash. But it was not scalable. I could not scale. Why? Because in order to keep making good money, I had to keep moving from city to city, traveling, which I did it for almost 10 years. And then, I don't like to call it illegal business, but it was in a gray area. So in order to sell on the side of the road, you have to get a city permit. But when you try to get a city permit, they make it so hard to get it that I would just set up, work for a few days, and then the cities would come and kick me out. So Manuel literally got me off of the streets and said, let's send your sheets on Amazon and start an e-commerce business.
I can take credit for that. I got you out of the streets.
Yes.
I did. True story.
Yes. I remember at some point he said, you need to sell your van, your tents, your sheets that you have in your van, and just get out of it. Let's go fully digital. So we got started working out of our houses. This is Manuel and I when we started our bedsheet brand. We were working, we had a full-time job, and then we were working 3 to 4 hours, and we were studying about 3 hours every day. We were busy 12, 14 hours every day getting this business going. Manuel showed me something that we call figure it out. Half of the things that he would ask me to do, he would say, okay, I need you to make a spreadsheet and keep all the inventory and keep perfect administration with the inventory. And I would say, Manuel, I don't know how to use a spreadsheet. Figure it out. Figure it out. Okay. And then he would ask me to do something else, and I would say, you want me to go to college? You want me to buy a course? Like, you have any training? Figure it out. Figure it out. What does he mean? So after about 20 times, or maybe 30 times, then every time he asked me to do something, even up to today, 8, 9 years later, half of the stuff that he asked me to do, I don't know how to do. And I just figured, when was the last time I told you I don't know how to do something?
You learned your lesson. You learned your lesson. But
all right.
the true story, to be more specific, I used to be like, just to make fun of him, I used to be, okay, Ernesto, I'm going to explain it to you, all right? You got a piece of paper and pen? Okay, write this down. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗡.com. It's going to teach you how to do it, all right? I promise you. I promise you. And he would. Next day, he told me, I got it, Manuel. I figured it out. I got a great article. It's incredible. We sometimes underestimate the power of the information age we live in which everything is accessible. And success is determined by how much you know, how much knowledge you have. If you're not succeeding in life, you simply have not acquired enough knowledge. Go back to the drawing board, go back to the study, go back to YouTube, go back to online and get more knowledge and go for it again.
Right. Nobody taught us how to sell on Amazon. We just figured it out ourselves with the trainings, workshops, and we learned it and we were pretty successful. So we started in October 2015. This was our brand, 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡 collection. And by March 2017, so a year and a half later, we were doing $600,000 per month in sales, and we had a team of 6 virtual assistants, remote staff from the Philippines that were helping us, and Manuel and myself, and we were doing those big numbers. So some interesting Amazon statistic. This is the growth of Amazon. In 2020, they hit $386 billion in sales. For 2021, they're going to break $500 billion in sales, $500 billion. 100 million Americans buy on Amazon at least once per month. 150 million users in the US and 300 million worldwide. There are 12 million products listed on Amazon. The annual revenue is $500 billion. Almost $400 billion is USA revenue, and the other $100 billion is Amazon worldwide. 6 billion annual orders, or 500 million monthly orders. So 500 million orders get placed every single month, and they have 1.2 million staff. 1 out of every 150 workers in the US work at Amazon. Pretty massive, right? Sometimes clients or people just calling to get advice on Amazon tell me, so they shut down my listing, and they shut it down for the wrong reason, and I opened up a case with Amazon. I emailed them 2 weeks ago, and they haven't gotten back to us. I don't understand. They have horrible customer service. They can't help us. Well, you got to realize there's 500 million orders being placed every single month. They do have over 1 million staff, but they still, 90% of the stuff that happens in Amazon is a machine, okay? You need to know how the Amazon machine works to be able to break through and handle issues, okay? If a listing gets shut down, if, I don't know, your accounts get shut down, or if you lose some pictures or you lose rankings, they don't have enough personnel to handle each and every seller or purchaser. So you need to know how the Amazon machine works to be successful on Amazon.
So let me say something about opportunity. Some of you guys might have been hearing about the Amazon opportunity for many, many years now. It was introduced to me in 2012, more or less, 2013, somewhere around there, we started building the brand, Natural Slim brand. At the same time, we started building it. So a lot of people jumped in, a lot of people. Most people failed. This is the reality. Out of every 100 sellers, we maybe had 3 to 5 of them be successful and build great brands. Why? We're not going to get into that today. There's a lot of people that lack the vision or the work ethic, because it's not a passive income business. It's not like, it was sold kind of like, all you got to do is list your products and go and retire on a beach, drink pina coladas all day long, and you're going to grow rich. Amazon has to be created. There's a lot of work that goes into it. You got to optimize, create, do ranking strategies, work on getting reviews, do campaigns to bring traffic. There's a lot of work that goes into the platform. So a lot of people, the lazy ones particularly, they quit. They jumped off ship. Maybe they invested $5,000 in a course and they never executed. The great majority of people did not succeed in that world. If you are yourself a lazy person by nature and you're looking for an easy money-making business, that's not for you. This is something for people that like to work hard. Maybe you like to work on crypto. That's easier. I mean, you put the money there and hope for the best. And if crypto grows, then you'll make money, right? I like to work hard. So I like to get into things that I can put my energy and then I get the return. I don't like things that magically give me money. Not at all, right? The opportunity right now on Amazon is actually potentially bigger than it was a few years ago. Why? Because the lazy entrepreneur, the lazy business owner, has been disqualified from achieving success on Amazon. Amazon has changed the rules. So I would tell you right now that the Amazon game is less than 10 years old, realistically, for third parties, meaning people that have their own brands, is less than 10 years old. And just look at the growth. 2020, $380 billion. 2021, pandemic year, massive records broken across the world when it comes to the internet. People are not buying anymore on retail as they used to. They're buying on the internet. Most of us here, raise your hand if you did your Christmas shopping on the internet, mostly, right? So that's gonna, every single year, you're gonna see a lot more hands being raised. That's the reality, right? We're comfortable now because we place an order, next day it's in the door. Simple as that. I have a snow trip this weekend and I ordered all my gear. I don't have to go anywhere. Next day it shows up and it's all good. So the convenience of it, it's something that is not gonna be stopped, and just look at the growth. So you might be saying, it's late in the game, a lot of sellers are there, there's millions of people selling their own products, it's too late, let me find something else. This is the counter that I will give you to that. The growth is unprecedented. $380 billion in revenue to $500 billion in revenue is not normal growth. There's a lot of sellers, but there's a lot more buyers. People that never even considered buying on the internet are buying on the internet everything now. The policies of returning stuff when you don't like something make it so easy that the world has gotten used to it. And it's only just getting started. Like Ernesto said, $600 billion of worldwide revenue. Only $100 billion are on the rest of the world. $500 billion are in the USA, which means that not that the US market is the only one that's important. They're just getting started, and they can buy things like Whole Foods, like the same way that I invite Ernesto to breakfast. And I'm like, I got you, Ernesto. I got your scrambled eggs and bacon. In that same way, Amazon turns around and buys a 40-year-old company, the biggest supermarket in the country, for peanuts, right? For them, it's peanuts. They have so much money that they're gonna keep on conquering the entire world. So listen to this. In about 10 years, it's not gonna be $100 billion in the world. It's gonna be $1 trillion in the world, and less in the United States, because they're opening up everywhere: Australia, Canada, India, China, Japan, Mexico, everywhere. So this is just getting started. And people that have an e-commerce brand, you are not limited to the US. You can ship your inventory anywhere, and they facilitate the process. We're in the process right now of sending, we do about $75 million in revenue here on Amazon brands, the ones that we manage every single year. We have been opening countries for some of our bigger brands throughout the year, and they give you power. They give you their own staff because they're trying to push other markets to expand. Just to make it clear that the opportunity is not late right now, it is just getting started. And the moment that you realize that, and you stop listening to all the Debbie Downers that themselves failed in that world, you're gonna start seeing a lot more opportunities open up.
Right, and that is very true. If you want to have a successful business on Amazon, it's not for the lazy people. Amazon is not complicated, but it is complex. What do I mean by that? There's a lot of little things that need to be in place, fundamentals, right? A lot of things that I could show you each of these things in less than an hour, but there's maybe 30 or 40 things, and you have to make sure that you know all of them and you have all of those in place. If you have that, you will make it successful. Who here currently has an Amazon business? All right. Who is planning on eventually having an Amazon business? Okay, a little more than half. I'm guessing the rest of you guys are just here to learn about general marketing. And
I would say we give a big applause to the rest of you guys that are here to learn.
yeah, woo!
Because that's how it all starts.
All right, so what does Amazon want from every seller? Okay, they want to protect the user experience. What do I mean by that? When a user, meaning a buyer, goes to Amazon, Amazon wants them to feel comfortable buying and spend money there, right? And that's actually one of the main reasons why Amazon has been expanding so much. So they want you to have good quality products. If a user goes to Amazon and they buy a product and it's not good quality product, they're not going to want to come back. They're going to go somewhere else, eBay or Walmart.com or somewhere else, right? They want you to give good pricing. They want attractive listings. Why? Because if you have an attractive listing with good pictures, good videos, good copy, the user is going to want to hang around in the listing more and eventually will buy more products. They want good customer service. They want you to have good customer service. They want you to have good content that will keep the customers in the platform as long as possible, okay? You can now have videos, you can have posts. Amazon has sort of like a social media platform that people throw a bunch of posts promoting their products. They have Amazon Live, which I'm gonna go over a few of these things. Essentially, they want attention. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, LinkedIn. All of these platforms want attention. Amazon is not just a platform for people to sell products. They want attention, okay? The more attention they get, the more time you spend there, and therefore the more money that you will spend there. They also want outside traffic sources, something that Amazon recently came out with. It's called a brand referral bonus program. So if you're a seller and you have your Amazon store and you also have your Shopify or your e-commerce, and you're doing Facebook ads, Google ads, LinkedIn ads, you would normally send them to your e-commerce, to your Shopify store, for example, right? Why? Because if they buy through your store, now you have their name, you have their email, and you have their phone number, you have a lead. If they go to Amazon, you don't have anything. You don't know who bought. You just know that a sale was made and you collect it. So in order for Amazon to get you to send traffic to them, meaning outside traffic sources, they came out with this link that you generate inside Amazon, so you can put it in your Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, and if somebody clicks there and they buy your products, Amazon gives you 10% back. Okay, so this is a program that they have to bring in more outside traffic.
So you still don't get the source, though. You don't get the...
You still don't get the source, but you get 10% back. You know, so if you have a product that you're selling for $30 and maybe it's costing you, I don't know, $5 to send the person to buy, but you get $3 back, now you're saving a lot of money on marketing. And they will come out with more programs to retarget these people and you know, take advantage of these customers to try to steal traffic from other sources.
It's just common sense for them, because when somebody lands on their website, they end up traditionally buying more. So they want to bring more traffic so they can end up selling them more stuff. They have incredible upsells. They present a lot of opportunities, frequently bought together, products that people generally buy together with that product, or along the way, they'll blast you promotions based on what you look at all the time. So they want to get that traffic into the Amazon platform.
I talk to a lot of people that get upset, really upset at Amazon for example, oh yeah, somebody buys your product on Amazon, you have no idea who bought it. That's not okay. They're cheating, you know? Well, if you really think about why Amazon comes up with these rules, it makes perfect sense. Amazon is a channel that there's 100 million people buying every single month, okay? You put your product there, one of their customers, one of their people buy your product, now you got the lead, now you got their email. Guess what, lead? Now you're going to start buying on my store directly, okay? Everyone would do that because you save the Amazon fee. So Amazon is trying to protect that in order to keep growing. So it's a fair exchange.
It is their branding, it is their platform, it is their staff, it is their technology, their intellectual property, it's all of it. If I was Jeff Bezos, I would do the exact same thing. I would try to blog. If Ernesto was a third-party seller, I would try to blog as much as possible for him to see. On Amazon's eyes, these are their customers. You are a third-party seller given an opportunity to put your products on the platform. You can fight about it all day long, but you did not invent Amazon. They're obviously one of the most powerful companies on the planet, and they set the rules because they have the ability and they have control of attention and branding that is like nothing else out there. So it is like Ernesto says, a fair exchange between Amazon and your own brand.
Correct. Good. So now we're going to go over some basic but powerful Amazon elements. I'm going to be clearing some terminology, general terminology, listing, ranking, and advertising, which these are some of the main areas in Amazon. So BSR, bestseller ranking. You as a seller, you have a bestseller ranking number. Everyone has a BSR. It says, also known as your Amazon sales rank. Amazon determines the bestseller ranking using sales and historical sales data per product. The BSR is segmented by category. So now I'm going to show you a real example. For example, you're looking at running shoes. And this is the seller selling their running shoes. In the category of sports and outdoors, okay, up here you can see this product is under the category sports and outdoors. So under this category, this seller is number 771. That seems like a lot, but trust me, there is probably hundreds of thousands of items under that category. So the fact that he's number 771, it's not bad. You want to see who the top sellers are under that category? All right, so this is the number 1 seller under that category. Number 2, number 3, number 4. You can see there's all types of products under that category, okay? This is number 31. All of these, by the way, are probably selling hundreds of thousands of dollars every month.
Probably some of them millions.
Some of them millions. There are tools that you can tell, and you can see how much they're selling every single month. So that was the category. Now there are, under each category, there is a subcategory. So under the subcategory of men's sports workout shorts, okay, they're number 6. Number 6 under the subcategory. So these are under sports workout shorts. Here they are. All right, so this is a term to know. You, as a seller, you always want to try to rank as high as possible, as close as number 1.
How do you get that?
Well, Amazon determines the best seller ranking using sales and historical sales data per product. They don't tell you exactly how to do it, but the more you sell, the better conversion that you get, the more stars that you get. The main one is how many sales you get. The more sales you get, the more they're going to rank you.
So somebody asked, how did you find that number?
How do you get to that decision to get a better?
Okay, the key 2 words, sales velocity. Sales velocity. Its bestseller ranking really is defined by how much you sell in comparison to others in the category. It's very simple math. If you sell 12 of those pants a day, but another one sells 13 of those pants a day in that category, he's going to be above you. So there's categories, and then there's subcategories on every category. There's, for example, if you go to electronics, you're going to find the number 1 most best-selling product in any single electronics. For about 2 years, it's been the AirPods and the rip-offs of the AirPods. These Chinese products that they are copying Apple's product, that product has revolutionized. Everybody created their own version. That was the best electronic on every single electronic category there is, number 1. But then there's headphones category, and you'll see also there's a ranking on that one. So you can break it down per individual category or per subcategory, and that's public information that you can see on any listing.
Correct. Good. Next word is the buy box. There's been a lot of confusion with this word, buy box. The buy box incorporates the large add to cart and buy now buttons on each listing. When you're selling the same product as other sellers, it is vital to capture the buy box as it is responsible for the majority of the sales. So you as a seller, as an Amazon seller, you can either create your own brand and sell your own products and nobody else can sell them because you're the only one that owns your products, or you can resell a product. Like I'm going to give you an example of some Nike shoes. Nike, instead of them selling on Amazon directly, they just wholesale to a bunch of people, and now you have a bunch of people selling that product on Amazon. I'll show you the example. So Nike running shoes. You see these shoes? The seller for this shoe, if you buy this shoe, you're going to be buying it from Fully Sense. This is the name of the seller, okay? He's selling it for $132. Now you also see down here that there's another 33 sellers that do not own the buy box. Amazon chose that seller as the buy box. So let's see who these other sellers are. Now look at this, interesting. There's this seller, Sneaker Sells NJ. He's selling it for $88 instead of $132. Cheaper. Why didn't Amazon choose him as the buy box? Because they are not prime, meaning that if you buy it, you're not going to get it in 2 days. You're going to get it between January 27 and January 28. People much rather pay a lot more money for prime, so you're going to get it in 1 or 2 days, than save a lot of money and have to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, etc. This other one is also not prime. So normally the ones that are prime but that are not winning the buy box, like this one, this is prime, but it's not winning the buy box, or this one, they're selling for $137, $138, this one is $132. So if this one would lower the price to $130, they will probably win the buy box. About 95% of the sales happen from the person that owns the buy box. Now, you see here, sold by Fully Sense. If you select another color, now you have a different seller. How about that, huh? Different size. Let's see. Different sellers. So different sellers are selling this. That's why we always recommend building your own brand and selling your own products on Amazon instead of just reselling someone else's product. But
the reason for that is when you have your own private brand, which is also called private label, you can gate your listing, which means Amazon would allow you to block anybody else from listing knockoffs of your product or buying your product and selling it at a higher price on that same listing. So that's why private label is the way to go about it. Ernesto showed the images of our e-commerce brand that we built, 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡 Collection. You guys can check it out. It's still on Amazon. It sells $1 gazillion. We sold it in 2017. It's a pretty big brand at this point, and we have 20-something thousand reviews on our listings there. That's the brand that we built. How did we build that brand? True story. We took a brand that was already existing. I didn't want to just send that brand. It was called 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡. Cheap, affordable bed sheets, $20. That's the one that Ernesto was selling on those banners that you will see on those on that tent. He would sell $20 bed sheets, microfiber, decent quality, but very affordable. So we took that brand, and first of all, the first thing that I did was that I said, let me look at this package. I wonder if it's branded, if the bed sheet itself is branded. Because if it is branded, I'm screwed, right? I opened it up. I took out the plastic that was on top of it. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find a single place where the bedsheet was branded. Perfect. We created a logo on our computer. I hired this girl that still works with us here at AGM, true story. And she created a logo. And it's called 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡 House Collection. I actually wanted to use 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡, my idea, COZY. And I'm like, darn it, it's taken. I can't use 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡. So I kept on looking at it, and I'm like, what am I going to call it? 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡, COSY. Wow. In England, the British they use 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡, COSY. Perfect. We're a British brand. Ernesto, we got a British brand. Let's go. So we created our logo, which is the same one that we're still, the company that bought it from us, they're still using it. And we printed that thing out. And we took out the label that said 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡, and we put our own that said 𝗟𝗢𝗥𝗡 House Collection. So what does that mean? Nobody else can sell on our listing. I can now go in there on Amazon, list my own brand. Nobody else has it. Amazon does me the favor of gating it, closing it, and now I say I'm competing with the big boys. And that's how we got started. So you can do the same concept with anything out there. A beauty cream, they take out, it's called private labeling. You put your own brand, your own logo, your own message on it, and you have your own brand. Congratulations. You can do that with clothes, you can do that with beauty, you can do that with electronics. It doesn't matter what it is. You can grab this thing right here that says PLT and just buy it from the supplier and have them put a different logo on it, and you got your own brand. What do these guys that are creating these headphones, what do they want? They want to sell more. That's what they want. They don't want to build PLT. the original supplier of this product, just wants to sell more. And these people are selling these things like crazy. Perfect example, but all these products, millions of variations, are accessible for you to go and put your own logo on it, and now you got your own brand, as simple as that.
Exactly. Good. So next term is brand registry. Brand registry is what Manuel was just talking about. You have your own brand. You apply in Amazon. Let me read the definition. It says, Amazon internal brand protection. Enrolling in Amazon brand registry unlocks a suite of tools designed to help you build and protect your brand, creating a better experience for customers. So if you have your trademark registered with the US, it is very easy to register with Amazon as brand registry. But even if you have not registered your trademark with the US Patent and Trademark organization, you can still apply to register your brand under Amazon so long as you're the only one that owns that brand. Fulfilled by Amazon, so there's FBA and FBM. Fulfilled by Amazon means you send your product into the Amazon warehouse and they are responsible for packing and shipping your product when you make a sale. All right, I'm going to show you an example of this. For example, diapers. I've been buying diapers a lot lately. I have two newborns. Diapers, you see, so these are FBA, meaning that Amazon will ship it to me. So you get two things. You get free shipping, and on top of that, usually it's 2 days. In this case, look at this, 1 day shipping. So if I order today, I will get them tomorrow. This is FBA. You as a seller, you need to send your inventory to Amazon warehouses, and they take it from there. And then we have FBN, fulfilled by merchant, is the opposite of FBA. You, as the seller, are responsible for shipping all your orders that come through Amazon. And here is another live example. Silver jewelry. So this silver jewelry is selling it for $48, which might be a good price. Maybe not. I don't know much about jewelry. But you need to first pay for shipping, $3, which in this case is cheap because it's a very small item. Sometimes you got to pay $5, $10, $15 for shipping. But it will arrive between January 11 and February 2nd. Who wants to wait? That's almost a month from today. So if you have your products and you're selling as fulfilled by merchant, you're not going to sell nearly as many as if you were FBA, fulfilled by Amazon.
Also, if you go back to that search result, if you go back on the top left, you can't really see it right here. On the mobile device, you're going to see a toggle that says Prime. So Amazon wants to promote products that are Amazon
right
Prime.
Here. If I select Prime,
it's the first option there, all Prime.
Now I only see Prime listings.
As a seller, what's the difference in terms of what does it cost you to list that?
You're going to make more money. It's a good question for people on the stream. The question is, as a seller, what's the difference on the cost? On average, it's going to vary depending on the weight of the product, but you're going to pay anywhere from 25 up to 35% in some cases, right? The fees on Amazon FBA. But that's including the shipping, shipping and management, that's including the packing, the storage, all these things, right? So if you say $100, sell $100 of your jewelry, you're getting $70 back, something like that. If you sell $100 of FBM in which you're fulfilling, you're gonna get $85 back. Why? Because the only thing that they keep is something that they call referral fee. They have a 15% referral fee, which is charged on both sides, but on the Prime side, they add the shipping and packing and storage and all the other fees. So it's either 15% of whatever you sell, or up to 35% of whatever it sells as FBA Prime. But again, if you give them 15%, you still got to pay the shipping on your own side, right? So it's going to end up being maybe 22% versus 35%. But it's also visibility versus almost no visibility. So you got to weigh both sides.
You might save 10%. So if I sell this for $50 and Amazon charges me, if I sell it for $15 and Amazon charges me $15, right? But if I send it directly, they only charge me $5. Okay, and then I charge the customer for the shipping and I sell it. So now technically I'm making 10% more. I'm keeping 10% more, but I'm losing like half of the sales.
Yeah.
So is it worth it? Do I rather sell 200 of this, or do I rather sell 400 of these and make 10% less?
What a
Of the
great
Amazon
opportunity to mention that we are an Inc. 5000
Oh, yeah.
company, right?
Exactly,
That was unintentional, but
All right, so the next is the Amazon Choice Badge. This is a badge awarded to listings based on product ratings, price, and availability to ship. Receiving this badge from Amazon is proven to increase sales. Example, every time you search, for example, I'm going to search for plastic coffee mug. Under this keyword, plastic coffee mug, there's only one result with the Amazon Choice Badge. This is the one that Amazon decided to put the badge. It's the one that they recommend, okay? Because the reviews, sales velocity, whatever else metrics, Amazon decides.
and people trust Amazon, and that's why that's so valuable, because they believe Amazon's opinion is valuable. If that's Amazon's choice, it should be my choice too.
Exactly. Now, if you search for the keyword plastic coffee glass, so glass instead of mug, you get a different one. Okay, so for every, you as a seller, your product, you can have 20, 30 Amazon Choice Badges for 20 or 30 different keywords, or none, but every time you search, Amazon will give this badge to any individual product. Listing definition. So listing creation. An Amazon product listing is a product page for each of the items you sell on Amazon. It is made up of the information you enter when you list your product, including its title, images, description, and price. This is very basic. So a listing is just, this is a listing. You have some images here that you add. You have the title. You have bullet points. You have, this is called the A+ content, which is, you can add some images here and description, but you can only have this A+ content if you are a brand registry.
It's like a sales page inside the listing. With more details, more pictures, and more story.
You can promote other products of yours. And then you have the description. Oh, they did the A+ content under the description in this case, but you can also have a little description of the product. That is a listing. And then we have listing optimization. You might have heard that word in the Amazon world. Listing optimization is the process of upgrading product images to improve their search, visibility, click-through rate, which is CTR, conversion rate, and finally generate more sales. So anything that you change on the listing, if you change the main image, if you change the title, anything that you change here is considered a listing optimization. For example, if you're getting close to Christmas, you might want to add a little bullet point here that says, this is the perfect Christmas gift, and do a little description. Or if it's getting close to Mother's Day, you might want to add that. On these images, if it's, let's say, close to Halloween, you could edit and make them look like Halloween images. This is called listing optimization. Just to clear it up for, in case you don't know what is click-through rate or conversion rate. So when you search, let's say I'm searching plastic coffee glass. If 100 people search for this and 10 of them click on your listing, whatever your listing is, that is 10% click-through rate. Okay? Now, what is conversion rate? If they click on your listing, and again, if for every 100 people that click on your listing, 10 of those end up buying, that is called a conversion rate. Average is 5 to 10% conversion rate. We've had a client a couple of years ago, they used to sell beard products. They had 65% conversion rate, the highest I've ever seen. For every 100 people that landed on their site, 65 of those would buy. Pretty incredible. A+ content can bring your listing to the next level. This feature allows brands enrolled in the brand registry to include additional imagery, videos, and more detailed product description to their product details page. I show you what was the A+ content. This is the A+ content. I'll show you one of the A+ contents that we did. Some of you guys know Dr. Berg is one of our clients. And this is an A+ content that we did for one of Dr. Berg's products. This helps with the conversion rate. Okay, the better listing that you have, the more conversion rate you're going to have. Amazon Store is a free self-service product that allows brand owners to design and create multi-page stores to showcase their brands, products, and value propositions on Amazon. So it's like having your own website with all of your products inside Amazon. You have to be a brand registry in order to qualify for this.
You can probably show Dr. Berg's on that one, right? Directly from the listing, it usually clicks out on that.
Exactly. So if you're in the listing here, you click on the brand right here, Dr. Berg Nutritionals, and this is the store that we built for him.
So it's like your own website inside Amazon.
Does that cost extra to have one of those, or you just pay by products?
No, it's incredible. It's part of the benefits. What's going to cost you is you either have to build it. Oh, microphone on. Okay, so the question is, does it cost extra to have access to an Amazon store like this? It's very powerful because it's a really good branding point. You look like a real brand. In this case, what it costs you is to either learn it yourself so you can do it, or hire a team like AGM Ninjas to get it done for you, which we have a lot of people that have us help them build a page. We create the graphics, the images, and the copy, and the messaging, and we position it, and even the videos. That's another client of ours.
At Wild and Organic,
It even has a
we
video.
value what you value.
That voice right there is that superstar right there, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yeah, so we create the videos, and you can see it has the brand story, that it has all products. You can look at the best sellers in the category. It has the reviews. You can add to cart directly from it. It's beautiful. And you can even send people directly, because you're going to have your own storefront. So you can even send people directly to your storefront. So if somebody's an offer and they have books, you can create your own listing, your own storefront like that. If you have an e-commerce brand, whatever it may be, that's something that you can add, and it's actually very valuable. And all you got to do, like Ernesto said, is have the brand registered, which is, what have you seen? How long is the process to get your brand registered?
It takes about a month.
It takes about a month now. You got to submit your documentation from the government that you're an official registered brand, and things that prove to Amazon that you're not. The thing is that Amazon went through a lot of brands that were, we could say, dishonest, that were trying to sell products at low quality, and it created a mess for them. So they got stricter along the way. Is that even a word, stricter? Yes? So good to know. So they got more strict about the process, because there were too many brands out there trying to take advantage of the enormous traffic, and they were selling low quality products. So for a few years, the Amazon brand got hurt because the people were getting trash things. So they are really strict about it now. So to allow a brand to sell to begin with, they make one jump through a lot of hoops. But once you jump through those hoops, then they open up their world of opportunities, like something like this.
Correct. So if you are selling on Amazon, you definitely want to have Amazon brand registry. Ranking. Keyword ranking refers to your listing position within search results for a particular keyword search query. When a user searches for the particular keyword, listing would show up in a particular position and page. So, example, if I'm searching for men sheepskin slippers,
Another client of ours?
this is another client. So
So she sells sheepskin. She's been a client of ours for a while, but you can imagine there's a lot of people out there selling sheepskin. So it's about ranking.
So this is our client, Cloud9 Sheepskin. She's in position number 21 for the keyword men's sheepskin slippers. Position number 21, page number 1. There is 500 results. Okay, so your listing can have different keyword rankings for different keywords. I've talked to some people and they say, I'm selling my product. Again, I'm going to use this as an example. I'm selling my product, and you know what? I'm on position number 2 on all of Amazon, and I'm only making 5 sales. What's happening? Well, my answer is every time, you're on position number 2 for what keyword? If it's for
Nobody's searching for it.
Ernesto's products, Ernesto's glass products, how many people are searching for that? Maybe 0, maybe 10, very little. So if you have a keyword that very little people are searching, but you have it on your listing, you're going to rank very high. But what's the point on ranking for those keywords? Now, if I'm ranked number 2 on a keyword called Christmas toys or cell phone cases or office pens, and you're up there, you're probably selling millions of dollars every single month at that point.
So there's, I heard a statistic the other day that about 32%, I think it was the number, of every search performed on Amazon every day has never been searched for. Listen to that. So most people searching for stuff, they're just putting in words based on what they feel like they should be searching for. The combination of words, that's what triggers results. That combination keeps on expanding and it's never ending. So you can have a seller that sells a lot of product because they show up really well for 2 or 3 keywords. But when you search on other keywords, do a real example. Go to search for magnesium drink, for example. It's a pretty popular word. If you search for that keyword, so you have this brand that has been selling for ages. First few results, keep going. Okay, so we show up over here, right? That's our Natural Slim brand. Got 8,600 reviews on that one. We sell really well. These are actually sponsored. If you look at over here, sponsored, that's not fair because they're paying for that spot. That's another subject for another day. These are the actual results, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for that keyword, I'm number 4. Now, if you search for magnesium, you're not gonna find me on number 4. So when somebody's looking for magnesium, chances are that I'm not gonna get the sale because there's a lot of people before me. So we have to consistently work on getting there because by now, no sane person is gonna keep on searching, right? You're done because also you trust Amazon. So Amazon is gonna give you the results that you believe in. And based on that, you're going to pick another product. So the game is always consistently get yourself to the top of the search results for as many keywords as possible, and then you can win the Amazon game. And there are strategies for that.
Now, if you type natural magnesium drink, the brand is Natural Slim, these are sponsored ads, right? So these don't really count because anybody can launch a product, pay some money to show up there. But for natural magnesium drink, Natural Slim is in position number 2. All right. Search volume is the metric that shows how many people are searching for a particular keyword on a particular marketplace. So how many people are searching for that keyword? If somebody puts ninja toy, maybe there's thousands of people. But the keyword blue ninja toy with a marker, there might not be that many people searching for that combination of keywords. I'm going to go a little bit fast because it is time. So good. Now, sponsored brands, formerly known as headline search ads. This Amazon advertising option is currently only available for sellers that enroll on Amazon brand registry. So there's 3 different types of advertising campaigns that you can do, and I'm going to show you. For example, you type coffee bean, you see sponsored, sponsored, sponsored. These campaigns over here are called sponsored products. Sponsored products campaign, you're promoting your product. The second type of campaign is called sponsored brands or headline search ads. This banner up here, which they're promoting 3 different types of products, this is called sponsored brands. You can see sponsored over here, so they're paying money to be up here. And the third type of advertising is called display ads. So these display ads, when you're inside any listing, you're going to see some campaigns in here. Sponsored. So these right here that show inside a listing are called sponsored display ads. We're not going to go deep into the subject because we could have a whole hour of marketing and advertising subject, but at least you know that there are these types of ads. And the last one is video search ads. When you search for something, usually, not always, but usually you find a video somewhere. Here it is. So this is a video ad. It says sponsored over here, meaning they're paying money to show there. You click on it, it takes you to the listing.
And those ones have only been around for a year and a half?
Yeah, about a year and a half, and you have to have a brand registry to be able to do this. So you could technically launch a brand new product, create a video, pay some money, and show up as a video, as a display, or as a product display ad. Things that you should know for 2022. Amazon is leveling the playing field. So a lot of sellers have been selling on Amazon for 8, 10 years. And when you see, they have thousands and thousands of reviews. Okay, so if you're launching a new product, you're competing against these people, it's impossible to outrank them. So Amazon is coming out with a few programs to help new sellers. They always like to help new people coming in, and they realize that it is impossible to compete with these big dogs. So they came out with something called Amazon Launchpad. Increase exposure for your brand on Amazon through Amazon Launchpad. Storefront placement, meaning you create your storefront, Amazon grabs your store, and they promote it for you for free to get you going. Category-focused email campaigns and banner ads off of Amazon. So they do all this marketing for you to help you get your brand started. They also have something called Amazon Vine, which invites the most trusted reviewers on Amazon to post opinions about new and pre-release items to help their fellow customers make informed purchase decisions. In short, you have a product, you launch it, they find people to try it out and to leave reviews for you. Because if you don't have reviews, people are not going to buy your product. So you want to have ranking, but you also want to have some reviews so people actually buy your product. Things that you should know for 2022, build your brand outside of Amazon. Facebook, we talk about Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, create your brand. TikTok is big these days. You can use influencer marketing, so you find people to help you promote your product and brand through social media. We had 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡 here about a month and a half ago, and she did a whole workshop about how to find and work with influencers. So you want to be doing that.
So you can access those workshops, by the way. It's the Amazon game requires that you generate sales, but it also requires that you generate reviews. So it's the chicken and the egg problem, right? What comes first? So if you want to get sales, you're going to need people to trust you. And Amazon is a trust platform, which means you cannot be sending people to Amazon unless there's something that they can trust on your listings, which is also called reviews. So the first step is you launch your brand. I'm going to detail when Ernesto is done, just to give you a few steps, anybody that wants to get started. But you launch your product and you focus on reviews. You don't spend money. You don't do anything crazy. You focus on getting reviews that are comparable to reviews of other brands in the Amazon platform. Because if you want to sell an iPhone charger, terrible idea, by the way, just mention that, there's too many competitors. Let's say you want to sell an iPhone charger, and you have 2 reviews, and somebody lands on the Amazon search result, and they see somebody else next to you with 10,000 reviews, I'm sorry, but they're not buying your product. So you have to have reviews comparable to your niche market. Some markets are less competitive, they don't require as much. So you have to pay attention to building those reviews until, you have average. If you do, every search result has 16 results per page, just so you know, standard. If you add them all up, all 16 results for that particular keyword, and you divide that by 16, you got your average reviews per page. Simple mathematics. That's something that you should focus on getting towards. Why? Because if you only have 10% of these other reviews, you're not getting there. You're not, even if you get there, you're not staying there. So that Amazon is driven by a combination of sales for your product compared to other ones and reviews on your product. If you do a lot of sales, let's say you listen to 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗥𝗡, you listen to her training, she's a genius on influencer marketing, and you get that going, and you get a lot of sales, and suddenly you get to the top of the search results, next to me on magnesium drink, for example, but you cannot compete with my reviews, not even close, you're gonna disappear. In about a week or two, people are gonna keep on buying my magnesium drink and not yours. So what is Amazon going to do? Amazon's gonna say, you don't belong in this category. I'm sorry, you temporarily made it in here, but I'm gonna kick you out. It's very common sense, the way that the system operates. So those are some very important basics.
Yes. You also want to find some trendy products, okay? So, for example, if somebody's selling bed sheets, there's been a lot of people selling bed sheets, millions of dollars of bed sheets, and you want to sell bed sheets, and you have white, green, blue, black bed sheets, and you launch, and you try to compete with these other people that are selling a lot, you're never going to compete with them. But you can always find any product and make it trendy. So here's a question. Anybody wants to mention anything that is trending currently, about anything?
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon.
Just kidding, just kidding. It's not a political workshop.
Okay, well, let's use that. Let's use that. Just, I'm not quite sure what it is. Let's go, Brandon. Let's say you... Okay. What did you say, Jorge? Ugly Christmas sweaters. Let's say it's trending, and you make bed sheets, green, blue, red, blue, but green, ugly Christmas sweater, and a bunch of ugly Christmas sweaters on the bed. Now you're getting into something trending, and now people might buy your sheet because there's no other bed sheets with that design. So you want to do that. And the last thing that you want to do is Amazon live streams, which we are very excited about this. We're about to launch some campaigns with this, and I'm going to show you some real examples. So if you go to Amazon, at the very top, you see Amazon Live, okay? In case you didn't know. You do not have this feature through your cell phone, but you have it through the computer. All these people are actually live right now. Let's click on one of these.
Cleaning these is a little bit tricky.
So this person is actually live right now, and she's promoting her products. These are some of the products that she's promoting.
You can see that she's live because her microwave started making sounds, and she's like, what's going on?
Okay,
She's
we are
cooking.
good.
So you want to do, this is free, by the way. I'm sure that soon, this is how Amazon does it. They launch a new product, and you can use it for free. You can do it for free.
And she's tagging the products.
Like I said, feel free to chime in.
You can see how she's tagging the products down here. And she gets to decide what product she puts down there. Super cool. Super cool.
Then you click on it.
They're going to put a lot of attention on growing that.
That will be filled, and it'll
your own QVC.
Live streaming.
That's the perfect description. It's like your own QVC. That's right.
Bodies for.
And we're starting with some clients to get it done because nobody sells your products better than you. You're the one that knows how to explain it the best. Jimmy?
I also wanted to mention what's really cool about it is that you can actually live stream from your computer and other places too, even though it's only on an app right now on your phone, which is really cool. So you could do kind of what we're doing right now, but on Amazon Live.
Yeah, so he's opening up a can of worms, but
just want to throw it out there.
Yeah, so because he's a genius in that area, but when you're going to stream to Amazon, all you got to give Amazon is a little code. And that code, which you can get on streaming softwares, there's many of them, Wirecast, OBS. Again, this is the workshop for another day. It's going to give you a little code, and then you give Amazon that code. That same code, you can give it to Facebook. That same code, you can give it to YouTube. You press a button, and now you're streaming everywhere. That's what he's saying. It's a little bit of a can of worms, so I don't want to overload you guys. You can. It's very simple to stream to Amazon Live, but like Jimmy said, there's other opportunities for those that like to venture into the world of opportunities.
Yes, and from each subject that I spoke, from listing creation to advertising to ranking to reviews, we could have a whole seminar about that, which we're going to be having more seminars coming up. You want to open international business? Amazon is making it very easy for you to just start launching your products, sending your products to different countries, Europe, Mexico, Russia, and start selling in other markets. You want to start selling on eBay, Walmart.com. There's a typo there.
Yes, he did say Walmart.com. It's true. Amazon has a competitor, and the competitor is called Walmart, and they have a lot of money to spend, and they're going seriously. And we have been doing Walmart for a while, and we've accomplished some success on it. It's not what Amazon is, not even close yet, but they are the second biggest e-commerce retailer after Amazon, and they're growing fast.
And Target.com. You can launch your products into, anybody can launch your products into Target.com. You don't have to sell it in the stores, you sell it online. Questions?
Wow, how exciting the opportunities, right? Yeah, great job, Ernesto. So before we open up for any questions, whether we have them on stream, Jimmy, if you want to feed anything to us, or the people here, just so I can give you guys an action plan. Who wants an action plan? So what to do? Yeah, okay, great. So very simple, because this is off the cuff. I did not script this, but anybody that wants to get started, just based on, Ernesto covered a lot of stuff. These are all the basics, all the fundamentals that you got to have in place. The number one step, again, nothing happens unless you have the step already done. What do you want to sell? What to sell? It's a very deep question, but you got to figure it out. Why is it so important? I don't want you to sell crap, because if you sell crap that you don't like, that you don't even believe in yourself, that you wouldn't even use it yourself, that's starting off with the wrong foot. Now you're going to sell something because you have a Chinese supplier that's going to get it to you for peanuts, and you're going to make money with it, and it's only motivated by money, not by passion for a product. I guarantee you, you have a very high likelihood of failure. You want to sell something that you believe in, something that you're passionate about. It could be your own clothing brand, it could be watches, it could be beauty, so many different variations of creams, and it could be, I mean, the list is pretty endless. Toys, gardening, kitchen, it doesn't stop. Find out what you're passionate about and pick a brand. This takes time. It doesn't matter if it takes you a day or two or hours, or it doesn't matter how long. You got to really understand what is the thing that you like and what would you feel comfortable putting out there into the world. That whenever somebody buys it, you're going to feel proud that they're using your product, and you're going to feel that you're giving them a service, something to make their life better. Have that figured out. Once you have that figured out, build a brand around it. What is your brand's name? What are you going to call it? Figure something out, like I did, right? I was like, what am I going to call this? I like the word cozy. C-O-S-Y. That's the English, how to describe. It's actually a verb, not even a noun in England, but it works, right? So I figured it out. You got to have the brand. And then you got to pick one product. It's not complicated, guys. But again, if you are lazy, this is not for you. It's not going to be an overnight success. It takes work, blood, sweat, tears. It takes failure. You're going to have to fail. You're going to have to launch things, and potentially this product does not work. Launch a different one. It's all part of the game. I like to describe marketing as I describe a Hall of Fame baseball player. The baseball player gets on base 3 out of 10 times in his career. He goes to the Hall of Fame. How cool is that, right? He failed 7 times, but he still goes to the Hall of Fame. Marketing and business is very similar. I failed time and time again, but because I succeeded, enough along the way, I'm here today with this team and these incredible people that surround me and so on and so on. So you gotta have that one product. And then, once you have that figured out, this could be concurrent along the way. You create your seller central account. This has logistics to it. You're gonna have to structure your brand. You're gonna have to submit to the government. You're gonna have to get something called an EIN, which is your government tax ID. You're gonna have to get all those things because Amazon is gonna require it. You're not gonna sell as a person, you're gonna sell as a business, as a brand. The Seller Central account, I don't know if it's changed, Ernesto. It's $40 a month. Is that right?
$39.
$39 a month. It's been the same for 12 years. They haven't changed even though inflation has been off the charts. $40 a month to have the account there. And then you can start diving into that world and learning. And listen, guys, you don't have to buy a course. You know they used to sell this course for $5,000 Amazon? I never even did it. I bought the course, Ernesto and I never did it. We just built the brand. Training can be done on the platforms. Training can be done here at AGM. You can keep on learning the next thing consistently. The moment that you stop learning, that's the moment you're gonna start failing. Immediately, they go hand in glove. Stop learning, start failing. Simple as that. So you use YouTube, you use Facebook, you follow people that have done it, like we have done it, he has done it. You can listen to us and we're gonna be able to help you because we have traveled that journey. The one thing that I hate about social media sometimes is the falsity in the world out there. People that are pretending to be experts, pretending to be geniuses, and they themselves have not traveled that journey themselves. So you gotta know who you're listening to. Knowledge is important, but knowledge from the right people is even more important than that. So make sure that whoever you're paying attention to has walked that line before, right? So you create your Seller Central account, and once you have that ready and you got your product, right? So at this point, once you selected that product, you're gonna have to have conversations. There are places to start. There's an international platform called Alibaba. You guys might have heard about it. This is a hub. It's not my long-term solution for you guys because you're gonna pay a lot higher prices than you could if you go direct to the supplier, but it is a great starting point. Maybe you have product that you choose, like let's say, for example, a gardening tool to get the dirt ready for seeds. I don't know, whatever it is. You will be surprised how much this stuff sells. You will be surprised. We have a client that sells $2 million a month, the kitchen girl, all right? $1 million something a month of kitchen measuring spoons, metal. And they have a little branding on it, nothing special. $25 million a year on these little things. Incredible. Stainless steel, like Anthony says. The copywriter is saying, make sure you say they're stainless steel, right? Anthony is AGM's copywriter. So you want to get that contact, if it's a spoon, for example, that you can get on Alibaba for $2. As you sell more and you build your brand, you can probably bring it down to 55 cents. That goes with time. You take that spoon and you buy 1,000 of them. 1,000 times 2, $2,000 investment, you get it to Amazon and you optimize your listing, right? So once you get it to Amazon, you do what Ernesto just went over a little bit. You create your images. Hey, you cannot afford a team like us because we're definitely not cheap. You go to a place like Fiverr, F-I-V as in Victor, E-R-R.com, and you contact people that are gonna charge you $10 to create images for you, 20 images. You wanna hire a copywriter? You give them the pictures of your spoons and they'll do magical stuff for peanuts. You see how the world has taken getting rid of all your excuses? They're gone, right? So if you don't make it, it's not because the world didn't give you opportunities. The opportunities are being given to you by the world. It's because you didn't take advantage of them. As simple as that. So you create your listings, images, bullet points, description, graphics, all of it, and then you push it live. Congratulations, you got an Amazon brand. Once you have an Amazon brand, are people gonna magically show up on your listing? I guarantee you they will not. That listing is gonna stand there forever and gather dust endlessly, like a box in your attic. That's just the way it's gonna be. Now you have to get to work to get traffic to that listing. What I would do if I was starting from scratch? I would be, step number 6, I would be contacting Every single, like the way that we did it at the beginning, all right? Amazon has changed a lot now, and you can't use softwares. If you use softwares to help you sell your products so you can generate traffic, you're gonna get shut down. Amazon doesn't want that. They caught on to that, and you can't do that anymore. So don't hire anybody to sell your products for you. You're gonna go the old school way and contact every single friend and family, and you're gonna make a list of 100 of your friends and have them buy your product the old school way. Be nice to them and tell them to please help you because you just launched this exciting new brand, and you're gonna ask them to give you, they're gonna pay for it, full price, no discount, all right? If they're good friends, they'll do it. If they're not, you need to find new friends, all right? So they're gonna buy it from you, and then you ask them for a nice, unbiased review. And that's how you get started. You got 100 reviews now, and now you keep on building it. So whether that takes you a few months to compete or a year or whatever, you keep on building it until you have enough reviews on that product that are gonna be sufficient to earn you a spot with some of the other bigger competitors. And now you get to work. And this part is called, this is where the things get tough. And this is where the big men separate from the little boys, right? And this is called ranking. Now that you have reviews, you work ranking strategies. This is incredible and exciting because the more that you sell, the more you go up the rankings. But again, how can you sell more if you have no visibility? Well, you got to get to work. You got to study more of what we do because you need more attention. Attention-grabbing media is the name of our company. We focus on helping you get more attention. Social media is a good source. Influencers are a great source. People that can get on a video and on a camera, and they have a following. They can say, man, these headphones, when I'm having meetings, all these guys around me are screaming, and my clients cannot hear them. They're amazing. I highly recommend that you check them out. They're on Amazon right now. Click the link below, buy them, and hey, if you use my coupon, 10% discount, all right? You have influencers do that. And by them doing that, now you start getting sales velocity, and Amazon rewards you for being awesome and generating more sales on their platform. So you go up in the ranking, and your headphones start competing with other big boys out there. That is the magical thing. So Facebook traffic, Instagram traffic, TikTok traffic, influencer traffic, more your friends, using Facebook groups. There's a billion things that you can do to help you. You can even contact another seller and be like, Ernesto, you got an Amazon brand? Okay, what do you say that we exchange? I'll promote your products to my list, you promote it to yours. Are you down for that?
Sure.
Boom, another strategy for traffic from new people right there. Traffic, traffic, traffic. And as you get more traffic, you actually keep on going in the rankings. And again, it's not an overnight. Does this sound like overnight? Anybody think this is overnight, right? But man, once you have something built and that machine kicks in and you get the snowball effect, now that thing becomes incredible. And now you can go and drink pina coladas at the beach because you built it. And now the thing keeps on rolling. But if you want to scale, you got to put more energy on it. But once it takes off, it really is pretty much on automatic, growing and growing because Amazon keeps on flowing power to you. And that's what it's all about.
All right, so it's almost 7:30. We went over by a few minutes. We're going to end up now, but I'm going to be sticking around for an hour or so. If
Somebody
you have
ask
any
a question. A question?
Well, yes.
You can go ahead and ask a question. We can ask questions afterwards if you guys want to stick around. We'll end the stream in a second, and if you guys want to ask us some more questions, we'll be happy to. Okay, so before we go, all right, you got anything else to say?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Ernesto. So the moral of the story, guys, is execution. You got to get to work, all right? You got to put in the energy. You got to, one step at a time, you got to go, right? And you will get there if you put and you apply yourself to this particular process. The last thing that I'd like to say for you guys that are here on the stream, you guys that are here local, we have a mission at AGM Marketing to help small businesses thrive in any environment. We actually expanded in the middle of a pandemic. Our team was 60 strong before pandemic hit. We're now 100. We're growing. We have a beautiful new building. We are very obsessed with the subject of marketing and obtaining results for our clients. I have my own big brand that is going to be at close to 9 digits very soon, hopefully by at some point at the end of next year. And we've been growing and scaling like crazy. And I usually take some of that strategy that I implement and I export it to every single client that comes into our world. I see an opportunity, I apply it in my own brand, and then I export it. So again, I'm walking the talk all the time. Any of you guys that need help, I have a team of what I call marketing consultants. And some of these guys are right here. We got Adam over here, we got Charlie, we got Michael. These powerhouses right here are here to help guide you in regards to your next step. And again, we are really committed to helping you. So whether you are just getting started, if you need training, you don't got to pay a penny. It's free. We're doing it every couple of weeks. We have a lot of training. We have a lot of free resources. We're doing it all the time. If you need somebody to hand hold you, you're going to have to pay a little bit. But we have done with you services. Very affordable, things that you can pay monthly that we can help you and take you by the hand until you get one step closer every single month. So we also have that. If you have an established brand and you are trying to scale your e-commerce, or you're trying to create your e-commerce from scratch, and you have the money and the resources to invest in a team like us, we can help you with that. So whether you need to get more sales on your Amazon brand or create an Amazon brand from scratch and you have the money to invest in it, or whether you have your own site, like for example on a Shopify site, we can help you run that project from beginning to end. We've done it time and time again, and we're here to help you. If you have a service, let's say, for example, that you sell water filtration systems, roof repairs, chiropractic, no matter what that is, and you need prospects, identities, people to service, we are experts at lead generation. We have done so for countless years, and we know how to get you phone numbers and emails of people interested in your products and services without stealing their identities, actually getting people to volunteer their information so you can have a chance to help them. Whatever it is the case, whatever you may be, these marketing consultants, you can book a call with them, and it's no commitment to talk to these guys to find out how we can help you. So if you guys want to contact these guys right here and book a free marketing consultation, you can go to agmagency.com/contact. agmagency.com/contact, and set up an appointment to talk to them. You might end up learning so much that you can feel like you probably have to pay them something, but again, you will not have to pay them for this consultation. They're gonna listen to you, and they're gonna tell you this is what you need right now. I have a firm policy. We don't sell anything to anybody if that person should not be buying services from us, if they're not set up for that at that point. So we are just literally providing value to them. You can go to agmagency.com/contact so we can find out what's your next step, or you can call us at 1-888-280-3339. All right? This is probably going to be an ad in the future, so if you guys are watching this, click that link below, click it above, and contact these guys right here. You're going to get on a video call. You're going to see these guys are not a remote staff working on Africa. They're here in-house, working with us, conquering the marketing world every single day here at the AGM Marketing Headquarters. So go ahead and book your call with these guys and find out how they can help you. All right?
Wonderful.
Let's go.
All right, thank you.
So guys, thank you for joining the stream, Facebook and YouTube. You guys locally, we're gonna stick around. If you guys in the stream have questions, go ahead and drop them, and we will promise we'll get to them at some point. But thank you for coming. In 2 weeks, we have a new workshop. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be on stage talking about how to crush social media marketing in 2022. I'm gonna talk about particularly 5 areas that any brand, no matter who you are, needs to pay attention to in 2022, because again, many things that were working last year are not going to work anymore. Many changes, privacy battles with Apple and Facebook and all these platforms. Many changes on the platform. So you want to know what's working right now and what are the opportunities today so you can take advantage of them. So that's going to be in 2 weeks from today, same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday in 2 weeks. All right? See you guys there.
All right.
We'll be right back.